my favorite moment of shooting Chikibi, all of it, dance rehearsals in the hotel, just going, what is happening? This seems like chaos, but I guess it makes sense and they know what they're doing. And dancing with Akshay Kumar, all good. I'm the biggest Coldplay fan, so that's extra lovely. But I think that Chris really tuned into something there by saying that I'm of service to the song, and I was turning 50, which is such a landmark birthday.
Yeah.
And I had the album before. I'd been in interviews where it was just uncomfortable, the questions I was being asked, and when should you quit, and when, for specifically a woman in the industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was unacceptable, frankly. And so what I talked about in Golden Album was that we're not young and we're not old. You can only be the age that you are.
Today, because the princess of pop, the queen of pop, is joining us to make this conversation more musical, more fun, and absolutely amazing. Of course, talking about the beautiful Kylie Minogue. Thank you for joining in, Kylie.
Hi, nice to see you.
So it's going to be exciting. I think you announcing the attention to a worldwide tour was an exciting thing for all your fans who've been really wanting you to do this tour, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, you could almost call it harassment. I've been, where's the tour? Where's the tour? Where's the tour? But finally, we were able to announce it. So yeah, there's more dates to be added. So watch this space, obviously. But it's very exciting to finally let the world know that the Tension Tour is happening.
Okay, I think your Indian fans are going to be excited as well. So, have you always, are you always, planning to make a trip to India and, visit a lot more places?
Yes, I'm always planning and always saying I'd love to do it. I want to do it. Still, it's not in the diary, but it's a dream. It's an absolute dream. I only had my one visit to India when I took part in a Bollywood film and performed Chiggy Wiggy. So ever since then, I really wanted to come back and work and perform, but also have a little holiday discovery.
I was going to mention Chiggy Wiggy later, but we will talk about that. That was a rage. But of course, starting with what a fantastic last 2 years you had. Of course, the Grammy win kind of bringing back fond memories for you, I'm sure. Padam Padam was such a massive global hit. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, Padam Padam was, wow. I mean, you hope the best for a song, and but I don't think you can ever really predict what a song is going to do. So Padam Padam hitting and just having such an instant reaction. There was literally no waiting to see what's going to happen, what's the vibe, but it took off. And it was the first time for me watching a song of mine become a viral hit. Literally, by the time you kind of scrolled, there was another one. So it was wildly exciting to have a hit song, but that other dimension of it being a viral hit was a first for me, and I loved it.
Tell me how it felt to be parting post that Grammy win with all your colleagues, meeting them up. All of them talk so fondly of you, and I think the fact that you've continued to stay relevant for so many years is appreciated by many.
Yeah, so the Grammy win was obviously important for me, but it was important for the team, and I think important that it shows, that you can have relevance and be relevant a long time after the first time. So it meant a lot to me, but also I think there was a broader importance. And being the inaugural pop dance Grammy, I mean, that's what I've done my entire life. So that made it extra sweet.
Absolutely. Who are the colleagues who you met up after a really long time and, exchanged the pleasantries and admiration for each other?
Yeah, there was a lot of people I around that time, around Grammy period time, there's lots of different parties and things. For example, Shania Twain was there, and I would have seen her many years before, like grown up with Shania Twain. I performed with Madonna. I saw and got to hang out with a lot of people from, who've been doing this as long as I have, or even longer, and also say hello to and meet someone like Carol G, who I just think is incredible, or Billie Eilish, or just you've got all the different generations, and that was what made it extra beautiful.
Talking about Billie Eilish and you, I think it was your sweet moment talking to each other was captured all over TikTok and saying that what are they talking about?
Yeah, yeah, I did. You there's eyes and ears everywhere. Yeah, I think we weren't. It happens all the time at these events. Especially for me in America, I didn't really know who was who, and I don't know what Billie Eilish knows, but yeah, I think we were just trying to make sense of who was in the room.
Yeah, it got snowballed into a whole.
For all I know, she could have been going, "Who am I talking to? Who are you?" I know who Billie Eilish is. I think she knows who I am. I'm not sure.
Come on, of course she does. Everybody does. It's impossible, Kylie. Talking about that, I just mentioned how relevant you stayed, right? And they often say that, very few female pop stars can be, can stay relevant for a while. And you and a lot of other fantastic women have proved them wrong time and again. I'd like to read out something that Coldplay's Chris Martin wrote for you as a dedication when you were among the time's most influential thing for the audience. He wrote, Kylie always seemed to be 10 years ahead of everyone else, and she's an artist who knows how to be of service, making songs that fans go on to love for years. I think this is so true. I would like to know your comments on that and how you feel.
That's so nice. For a start, that's absolutely lovely, and I'm the biggest Coldplay fan, so that's extra lovely. But I think that Chris really tuned into something there by saying that I'm of service to the song, and I think there's so much of this this career that is all the artifice, all the presentation, and all of the outward stuff. But I think probably most of us, if you really, really love it, you trade it all in for the song. You just want the song is all the other stuff lives around it. But if you like music and you're a creator, you want to be of service to the song. You want to give the song the best chance it has.
Beautifully put. Yeah, beautifully put. Kylie, I think people really got excited because Tension got so much love. So when you announced Tension 2, I think there was a lot of curiosity and about what's this going to be. I think you had so many wonderful collaboration with so many artists.
There's some random collaborations, but I like that they're really, I could not have predicted those for sure, but they were very sweet.
But it's interesting, right? Like right from, of course he has Sia. That's just fantastic. And I love the song. Dance Alone, I think, has its own vibe, also very empowering, that you don't need to have someone, you can dance alone. I love that.
Yeah, when she sent me that song and I looked at the lyrics, because I know she's been through a lot of challenges and hardships in her life, and the last time we really saw each other just personally, she'd been through a difficult breakup, and when I read the lyrics of Dance Alone, I didn't ask her this, but my interpretation was, it's just, I don't need you, I'm good. And she's in a really amazing place in her life now, so perhaps that's what it was about. But I thought she put it, as Sia magically does, she can write things so succinctly. There's the point, and I'm going to remind you about the point, and then we're going to sing about the point, and that's the point.
No, but I love that. I feel like, I'm sure the song has connected to so many because of that. It's wonderful. The video is fantastic. Talking about, songs that really touch your heart or are through personal experiences, you've I think, also written songs like that that encourage you to love yourself, encourage you to go out there and take over things. Tell me, have you ever sort of extracted from personal experiences and that song has turned out to be like a massive hit?
Yeah. My songwriting has definitely developed over the years, and I mean, I've sung things that I just wouldn't sing again now in my current body and in this current world. I wouldn't sing again. So I do find that I'm definitely what's the right word? Changed from what I used to be. And I'm evolved. Yeah, definitely evolved. But I just, there might be, if I'm in a session with songwriters, and obviously what you write and things, lyrics get finessed, the entire song gets finessed, but there might be something I'll say, I think we should flip that around, because just to be more empowered. Not always empowered, because that's not what life's about. It's not always about being the strongest, being all of that, but just, it's a different shade, and I really enjoy having more of a 360 approach to what I'm going to sing and what I want to say.
Because you said that, are there regrets as a songwriter when you've written your songs that you wouldn't do that again, like you said? What are the regrets that you had, and what are a few things that you're proud of?
Oh, look, there's plenty from the past. I mean, I think about songs like when I was 19 years old and I'm singing, like, for all of my life. I think, well, I've never done. I'm like, you're 19. How much have you really lived anyway? I feel like you could sing those things, but they weren't really exactly truthful to me. I would say maybe a version of something there's a song from Tension album called Hold On To Now that really came from I don't know, it's almost like you're not even writing it. It's just your emotion coming out through lyrics. And another song called Story. And they're almost hard to really explain, because it's an emotion. And sometimes the song says it better than you can say it yourself. But just on that subject, I love the challenge of writing, and I love that you can share some of your story, or at least try and tap into other people's stories through the songs. I mean, they're just so powerful and amazing.
Presenting the new Skoda sports range. Live the thrill.
Skoda. I was a bright student. I wanted to do something, to be someone.
Why not start something of your own?
Start a business? That would require a big investment.
Zero investment.
Zero investment?
Yes, I am doing it. I am.
Principal madam.
She's my client. I am an LIC agent. Now think big. Become an LIC agent. Visit our website or contact your nearest LIC branch.
यूपी इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड शो व्यापार, परंपरा और प्रगति का प्रदर्शन मंच। उत्तर प्रदेश में खेती का पावर हाउस बनने की अपार क्षमताएं हैं। यहाँ करीब 2 करोड़ 63 लाख मेहनतकश और अनुभवी किसान हैं। यकीनन 25 से 29 सितंबर के दौरान ग्रेटर नोएडा में होने वाले यूपी इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड शो में राज्य के कृषि क्षेत्र में मौजूद मुनाफा कमाने की अपार संभावनाएं और सरकार की प्रोत्साहन नीतियाँ निवेशकों को बहुत आकर्षित करेंगी। राज्य में क्लस्टर फार्मिंग को प्रोत्साहित करने में कृषि ढांचे को खूब मजबूती मिली है। क्लस्टर फार्मिंग में खरीदार खुद खेतों तक पहुँचते हैं और किसानों को उपज का बढ़िया दाम मिलता है। प्रदेश के जिन जिलों की विशिष्ट पैदावार एक जिला एक उत्पाद से संबंधित है, वहां कॉमन फैसिलिटी सेंटर बनाकर ग्रेडिंग, पैकिंग, ब्रांडिंग और मार्केटिंग की सुविधाएं भी मिलती हैं।
आज अन्नदाता किसान जो परंपरागत खेती के अलावा बागवानी को बढ़ावा दिया है, उसको कई गुना दाम वो आज प्राप्त कर रहा है।
What makes you, you? Your shine. That's within. It shows you who you can be. Your shine makes you who you are. So let your shine through. You are gold.
Talking about one fantastic woman to another, it was so wonderful to see the moment where you made a guest appearance at, Madonna's concert.
Yeah.
It was wonderful to see two fantastic women, and I think it was the moment because the fans really celebrated that as well. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, and I'm sure you relate to her because she, like you, has gone through so many things, and she owns whatever age she's in. That's fantastic.
It was an incredible moment. The kind of the surprise element of it took it to another level. I got to wear my top with her name on it to kind of say thanks for when she did that for me in 2002. And her suggestion was that we cover Gloria Gaynor's "I Will Survive," which is, a song for eternity. And because I thought when there was the request that Madonna would like me at her show that I would be, she has the section where there's like they're voguing, and she would have lots of guests come up and kind of hold up their cards, like 10 out of 10 or whatever. And when I spoke with her manager, it was about she wanted to cover "I Will Survive" and her reasons for that. And it made a lot of sense, and I think it made it have that gravitas and that impact and that celebration. We have, like everyone has, gone through challenges in life, but to have the two of us standing on stage in that moment, having survived a few storms in the business and in the industry, it was really amazing. I'm just thinking back to it now, and aside from the fact of I've got to learn the song, I've got to do this, I don't want to mess it up, like all that normal stuff for performance, but actually just thinking back to the moment, what an iconic moment it was.
It was 100%. And I think what you just said is so true about both of you kind of going through so many similar things and powering through it and, surviving and being as strong as you are today. I think your journey also is inspiring, Kylie, because, you also started really young, and, you've done it like Chris described it, been years ahead of your time with music. You were doing your own thing, trying to make pop more interesting, and you created your own space. But among that, there's so much shaming that involves, with when you see a woman really sort of accepting her sexuality or, really doing her own thing, and then you went through all of that with, I think, a pinch of salt, but
well,
it must
I
have
went
been
through
terrible.
all of that in public, which is just a weird concept. I can look back at things that I've done, and you can only do what you can do in that time. Like, I can do what I can do today. I might do it better in 10 years. I might do it worse. I don't know. But to start at kind of 18, 19 and have to figure it out in front of people was not always easy. Taking a lot of kind of knocks on the chin and all of that was it wasn't easy. But I feel like this has been my path or my destiny, and I've just, whether you're in whatever business you're in, I'm sure there's a lot of navigating. You've got to figure it out, whether you're 18 or 25 or 35 or 50, or there's different stages of your life and your capability and what's going on around you. So yeah, I think that fans who've been with me for a long time, they can kind of, it's like you don't have to go into the photo albums or get old photos from the attic or something. It's there through music. And I think that's one of the reasons that I have such a relationship with fans. I segued to a kind of different conversation then, but
No, I love it. I think it's very inspiring, Kylie, because I think you have a lot of loyal female fans as well, because they kind of admire that you've kind of braved the storm, and like you just mentioned, the way you dealt when you were going through your breast cancer. A lot of taboos were broken. You came out and spoke about it. You know, a lot of people who were going through the same thing could relate to you, and you gave hope. I think that is beautiful. How do you look back at that time now? Because I think it makes for a story to tell, doesn't it, Kylie?
Yes, it does, but it's not an easy story to tell because not just because of the emotion, but it's really involved, and it's not like it happened and it happened and that's done with. And you certainly can't contain your cancer story is different to the next person, next person, next person. And sadly, there is next people. Everyone knows someone who has it, or don't know someone who's dealing with it, or it's really involved. And as is my story. So what people know from that time. I mean, I was meant to be on stage a few days after my diagnosis, so I really didn't have much option. But I do take. I'm so pleased that I know I've heard people have told me to my face that it made a difference to them, and so that was helped to give me strength at the same time.
100%. Like I said, you know, we were cheering for you then. We'd always be cheering for you because, like I said,
Thank
you're
you.
also owning every age. They make it such a big deal, right? Of there are certain constraints that women have to live up to, like a certain age, get married by that age, have children by that age. I think you've broken all of that, and for a lot of us, I think that's true empowerment when you get to make your own life choices and live the way you want to. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it would be great if we could all do that. I understand not everyone can. But I just keep going back to the point I made before, is where when you're 16, you know what you know when you're 16. When you're 18, you could... And I really dove into this subject a few albums ago on my album called Golden. And that was around the time I was turning 50, which is such a landmark birthday. And I had the album before. I'd been in interviews where it was just uncomfortable, the questions I was being asked, and, you know, when should you quit, and when, specifically a woman in the industry. And it was unacceptable, frankly. And so what I talked about in Golden Album was that we're not young and we're not old. You can only be the age that you are. So now I'm a few years even more into living, and I'm really, really glad that this last year with Padam and the success of Padam and Tension and all the things we've been talking about, it's great for people to see that if I'd listened to what they were telling me 10 years ago, none of this would have happened. So you have to at least, even if you don't fully believe in yourself, kind of listen to yourself and give it a try. Certainly don't listen to people that you think are talking rubbish.
So well put, though. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. And thank you for putting it the way you said it. It's important to call out the kind of sexist questions you're keeping asking. But we'll end it by asking a few short questions, and just quick one-word answers will be great.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Kylie?
I'm really bad at these fast, rapid questions. So let's hope for the best. Okay.
You're going to kill it, I'm sure. Okay. If you had to pick a song from any album that you've created that you're really, really proud of, what would you pick and why? You get to have a or maybe two or few, three from Tension.
Okay. Okay. I'm very proud of Padam Padam. It kind of meant nothing, and then it meant something to a lot of people. And at that point in my career, it was a sensation. So I'm very proud of Padam Padam.
Okay. What is your favorite thing when you did Chiggy Wiggy here, and do you remember dancing with Akshay Kumar?
Yeah, my favorite moment of shooting Chiggy Wiggy, all of it, dance rehearsals in the hotel, just going, what is happening? This seems like chaos, but I guess it makes sense and they know what they're doing. And dancing with Akshay Kumar. All good.
Okay, fantastic. And artists that you're really looking forward to collaborate with, Kylie?
Oh, there's so many artists I would love to collaborate with. I honestly can't choose one. Chapel Rowan. I'm kind of obsessed with her right now.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Sending
Thanks
you
for your
lots of
time.
love from India. And we're
Right
looking
back.
forward to that tour. You have to make it happen.
I do have to make it happen. Watch this space. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you.